Okay, we are here. Here we are. Now, what we're doing for today, we are drawing randomized Borderlands characters, and what that means is that I would like to know what if the what if we took um originally I was looking at a picture of myself and I was like, what if I took some pictures of myself and I tried to make them into Borderlands characters. But I realized the pictures was just me in a hoodie, being like this, being trying to be all cool, and I thought it would make kind of like basically what Flack is, and I'm like, well, that's not that interesting. It's not that unique. But we got over here, some poses that I made, um, and I just quickly made them. So you know, these are some options, and I thought, you know what? We could make some new vault hunters with these interesting poses. Can make four characters, and I used a website online to randomly generate some images. So I chose these 4 out of 10, and then after that, that was when I made these poses because I wanted to try to figure out what kind of pose we might go for. Now, the what I'm thinking, I have sort of like a when I was looking at the pictures, I was thinking this is kind of like a juggernaut. There's never been a child Vault Hunter. Well, there is. There's a Siren who's a child, but she's not a Vault Hunter. So it's like, what if there was like a little boy Vault Hunter? That's why I thought I could use that. And then this one's a mother, and I thought the idea of like a Kangaskhan kind of situation could be interesting. And it was for that particular one that I thought of yeah, where I thought of this fat woman here. Sorry, I have to change layers because the idea is that I put her hand in this position. It's so blurry now because I screenshotted everything together, but um, her hand's basically open and the other one's clenched. It kind of looks like they're both clenched, but it's actually open. And I positioned it so that way you could put like a child in her arm, but maybe I would change it. But I was thinking like someone that might be sort of like Ellie, but just have something different. And I noticed that too. I didn't even realize that I picked 2 men and 2 women, but there's 2 women and 2 men, so it's interesting because it's really balanced. So I can only pick 2 images, and we're already like dead set on this one. So that means there's only room for like one other picture of a woman. And then for the man, I mean, I chose this hairstyle because he has this sort of juggernaut, like a he kind of looks like Typhon de Leon in my opinion. But like so it's like he looks like a very wide person, no matter whether he's tall or short. It wouldn't really matter in the long run because I'm shivering because I ate cold ass food. Trying to wear a jacket to warm up. Um, you know, it, yeah, and I came up with this funny pose here because I thought, what if there's like a guy that like he balances on his foot, but he's actually like very predatory. He's like actually like has like the Native American like tassels. And then this one I was looking at, I thought of like a tracker, kind of like what is that guy's name? Uh, Here I have Borderlands up right here next to me. I wanted it up so I could just sort of quickly glance at some of the items. Let's see, you have grenade mod, shield mod. What is this thing? There's all these things you just use in Borderlands, and it's easy to forget what they are. Okay, so it says there's an artifact. master class mod. Oh, it was called a mod. I thought it might have been called a mod. When I googled Borderlands mods, though, or I think I even typed in class mod, it came up with like the weirdest images, and I couldn't get these little trinkets that are class mods. Those aren't that real. Like I was trying to figure out what would we look at that like classify something as Borderlands, and it's like I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of anything that would like be like this is Borderlands. Um, because in Borderlands, in any game that's got guns, you're gonna have armor. You're going to have some kind of natural defense mechanism that's sort of embedded in each character. You know, Flack is a robot, so that makes him somewhat impermeable. Um, Flint is able to teleport and have a digi-clone and all that, or whatever his name is. I think it's Flint. Um, and you know, you got Amira, who's a siren. She's super muscular. So there's certain, and Mose drives the robot. So it's just like there's certain character qualities that it's like that redeem them. The point I'm bringing up is this guy being very, very chunky, a chunky guy. He could fulfill a lot of different kinds of roles. Um, and maybe I'd put him in these like typical gunning poses, but I don't think so. I think something more like this one. Let me see. This one for him, and then maybe the child. Maybe the child would be the silly pose, or hmm, or like an unexpected position. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's or he could be with like a swordsman, like Zero, sort of. That could be interesting because children are so small. Actually, honestly, because children are small, they're honestly more dangerous with a gun because they're harder to hit. They have less body mass. It's hard to say because a child could get in close as well because they're also harder to hit. That also means that they can get in closer to the enemy. I think a child could go either way, really. They could be really, really tough. Like they could be like specializing in swords. Problem with a gun is it might be too heavy for them to carry for a long period of time because they are lighter. It's going to be a lot more mass to them than it is to an adult whose body mass is able to probably withstand the weight of the gun for long periods of time. I don't know. Hmm. I guess it's whatever. Yeah, the gunning positions. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to draw a child holding a gun, just personally. You know what would be different, actually? Like a taser child who's got like maybe whips or well now we're talking about typing to Leon, but um like something different, something really different about him. Hmm. I don't know. It is sort of a tough thing to try to fulfill. Oh my god, who is messaging me? I'm sorry, I gotta look at this. I haven't even started yet. I should get started, Alex. All right. Um, yeah, and that's all the options for men, right? Let me see. Yeah, there's no men on this one. Yep, that's all the options. Okay, well, Oh, the child. Hmm. There's tasers. There's flamethrowers. There's a siren. A child siren. I was gonna make one of the girls a siren. What if he was a siren and well, they have to be female. That's the only thing. The sirens all have to be female. So a little boy couldn't be a siren. Um, let me see. A little boy couldn't be a siren. What could he be? Could be a sniper. The sniper's longer than him, though. Yeah, yeah. And I wanted to sort of do the whole mother thing with the child that's like completely different from the child character. But this sort of jumping pose could work out well for a child. Um, or hmm. Well, since I'm so lost on figuring out the child, we'll start out with that because clearly. Oh boy, they're fighting. Anyways, um, they're okay. In case anybody's wondering, it'd be way louder if they weren't. Okay. What? I didn't select that. There we go. There. That's what I want. I don't even know where that grass tone. I must have touched it somehow. I have no idea how that even happened. Um. Hmm. Maybe the child could be. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to have some ideas now. I have an idea. It's not a terrible idea. It's not a great idea, but I have an idea. Um. So. Oh fuck! It's the same layer. My bad. There we go. That's better. I am gonna go with this pose, by the way. Definitely, because now I have an idea for it. I just thought of it. We're not gonna really worry about the head features too much because with a child, what makes them a child is that their eyes are fucking humongous compared to their head because they're still developing. So we can do that. Just make like a basic head sort of shape. Here. It needs a little bit more girth. Needs more girth. You guys done fighting out there? Probably fighting over a tree. Okay. Sort of giving him some cheeks. Yeah, that looks good. Kind of looks like a mask right now. Okay. Um, so I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. I do have an idea. Okay. Like his chest is huge compared to his head. Child's chest is not going to be that big. Nope. Definitely not. And I think the child should probably. Well, so my idea is that he's got coming out of his shoulder here, going into his arm. I'm not going to make him super muscular because he is a child. It's fine. His arms can be pretty thin. That's not the point. Obviously, they're not going to be bigger at the end. But now the child's looking like a robot. There already is a robot in Borderlands, though. So this does take a lot of space having the arms out like this. What's that, baby? You want to come up? Come here. Say hi to everyone. Well, you have a treat? Okay, you're going to eat on my lap? We're just making the chest a wee bit smaller. So we can make the arms a lot sooner. A lot sooner. So this can be a lot less hand action going on. Yeah. Hey. He always wants to touch my computer. Always. You have no idea how many times he tries to do that. He wants to crawl up. He wants to be the center of attention. So he doesn't want me to be looking at the computer. It's greedy. Selfish. Most animals are really selfish. The most animalistic thing you can do is be selfish. Because animals just don't give a fuck about anyone else. You could die right in front of them and it's possible that they won't care. Sorry to say it. Not all animals are like that, obviously, but a lot of them really don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about anything other than themselves. So, okay. Let's see. Uh, uh, uh. Huh. The other arm is not. It's foreshortened. It's foreshortened a lot. This arm. That's why the hand just seems to jut out while the other one doesn't. And it's annoying when people use the word foreshortening incorrectly. They make it sound like foreshortening is just some kind of drawing shortcut. It's not a drawing shortcut. Foreshortening is anything that's closer to you, to the viewer. That's foreshortening. There is no other definition of foreshortening. You're literally shortening the view. Let's see. This arm. See, the arms are in different positions, which I admire. I just got to make sure I capture it correctly. Because this arm is actually. That's why the neck is going behind the head. Yeah, you dropped your bone. I know. Sad. Yes, you're very sad that you dropped your bone. And by sad, you mean you're telling me to go get it. Mm-hmm. Yep. It wants me to get it. This is getting way too crazy. I need to just lower this. Lower it, just sort of make the chin disappear, I guess. What? Yep. Because that's the idea. There we go. He's so funny. Okay, I'll get it for you. This is the funniest way of talking. Every dog speaks its own freaking language. How can you communicate with something that speaks its own language? None of its own species even understand it. Okay. Yeah. So that's how I do things. I kind of use the eraser as a line. It's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. It's what I wanted. You know what? I'm getting the kind of vibes of a backpack. That he has a backpack on his back. Or shield. Oh yeah. That is cool. I like that. A shield. Oh, that is cool. A little boy with a shield. Wow. That is a cool idea. I like that a lot. Wow. That is a cool idea. I'm down for that. Holy moly, that is cool as hail. It's hail. And what if he's like a cyborg? What if like the kid has like no fucking intestines? Sorry, I know this sounds gross. Like he has a different set of legs. That's different, right? The music sounds kind of familiar. I'm running out of room. I wanted to draw the whole body. I like how this leg is just sort of up in the air and having a good time. Just here to play and party. My leg's just here to party. I don't know about yours. Don't know about yours. Wow. 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 Okay. So this was my original idea. What I was originally thinking, like the kind of glowing effect happening, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if this is correct, but I think it's something like this. The tassels on Native Americans. I think I could just look up Hawlucha and get a better understanding. Oh, oh. Hawlucha. Because I don't know. I know a Pokemon right off the top of my head, but I don't know the actual reference. Hawlucha. Oh, look. Tassels on arms. No. Native American tassels on arms. No. It's, yeah. Nope. Nope. But this is the sort of idea. I do like this one. It looks like two little eyes crying. Oh, wow. Some of these Native American garbs are really crazy. The two little tassel things seem to be repetitive. Oh, this is cool as hell. Yeah, I like those. There's one for women where it's like long and more dressy, and the one for men, with the tassels on the arms. That's what I'm saying. Okay, well, the tassels on the arms aren't like that. And I'm not going to draw a million little. Well, I could. I could. They're very small, I'm realizing now. And they're not necessarily getting longer as they go down, but I can't help but make them longer. Something like that. It's kind of like seaweed. And I want to electrify them. That was my idea. So of course this character would have to have like a lot of brown colors. Oh, what am I doing? Well, you can't match them up because the arms are at a different angle. Those two are fun. Huh? Even that one's kind of wrong. Now you're scratching me for fun, you jerk. He was scratching me for fun. Fucking asshole. Yeah, you're furry asshole. Go down if you want to go down. You want to go down? Go down. Yeah. know exactly on the other side, but this side's a little foreshortened. So I think what I'm going to have to do, uh, oops, is put them closer together on this side. Sorry. I have to get that correct before I move forward. Okay. So make this one not too long. I'm already taking way too long to draw this shit. Am I pacing it correctly? I guess. There. Yeah. Navajo. Navajo. Yo, you a hoe. Navajo. Nava what? Navajo. Now I don't want to be like Flack where he's I like more the idea of it being like all burnt up, the clothing. Um Definitely have room. I have a lot of room here. So let's move it all up. That's the pinky side. See, this is why it's so important to make references. Like, I guess you could paint without references if you're a program like Drawfree because you've been doing it a long time or whatever. That's cool. That's cool. That's great. You've been doing it so long that you know you can make caricatures um, just based off prior jobs. But um, I need references. I need references. One, two. We might only do one each day because this is going to take me a while. I have to render them too. Or maybe we just work on the concepts and then I render them off screen like Drawfee does. And then I just sort of, I don't know. I'm doing this live, so I don't know how I would add to the, I don't think I'd be able to add to the video. I'd have to record and upload, which I ain't going to do. Although I would like to be able to put like music and stuff in the video, but instead I'm just playing it in the background. You probably can't hear the TV, but he's a child. That finger is definitely not pointing the right way. Every time I swipe, it doesn't seem to do what I want it to do, which is weird. I don't like how any of those nubs look. One, two, three. What is this, salad fingers? Yeah, let's give him long fingers. Yes, that's his finger. Wow. What a beautiful finger you have. Fucking salad fingers. My friend just got a plant, and the leaves on the plant reminded me of it looked a lot like pasta noodles. Like, speaking of salad fingers, it was like weird. Why does that last finger look so wrong to me? You know what? It's because I drew the other one bending forward. Oh my god, that's not in the right spot. Okay, I'm too far away. That's clearly the problem. It's not good to zoom in all the time, but at some point you probably should. At some point you probably should. Okay. As you can see, a problem that art is it's way too easy to just overdo something instead of moving on. Way too easy. Like right now, normally when you're drawing fingers, they should progressively get slightly thinner because the tip of the finger, I mean, look at your own hand. The tip of the finger is smaller than the base of it. So it should be wider at the bottom, but there should be enough room for a gap at the same time. I don't want that to curve outwards because it implies something other than what I want it to imply. Okay. It's still too big. It's way too big. Okay. I don't want his hand to be that big. I could tell just by the gap in the finger, really, in the fingers. Now it's more believable. Yeah, that's an interesting pose for the pinky. Could be a tiny bit longer, I think. I think arching back all the fingers slightly would look cool. What is this, a flame? What are you drawing here? We gotta move on from the hand, though. Simple. There's small things that are always being communicated in artwork. See, that's why artwork is something to be looked at, because the artist thought about things that you may not notice at first glance, and then you look at it and it's like, oh wait, that was deliberate. No, that I didn't think that was deliberate. It's so strange. But you know what? The fact that it's so strange means that it was definitely deliberate. It wasn't on accident. Still looks kind of big. That's not right. Let's see. Hand has more support coming up the wrist. It's more like a waterfall coming through. And then it comes down and it gets pretty strong around the bicep. Or the tricep, actually. Little teeny tiny muscles. It's not possible for a child to have muscles. It's unlikely. Yeah. I don't know if he's actually going to end up being a child at this rate. That's starting to look right. Let's see. I mean, it's about the size of his face. Yeah. I was just looking at the image and I'm like, hey, his face is around that size. What I'm noticing in the image, the reference, is what's clearly happening that I'm not controlling very well is this. The gap. Oh. Okay. Now I see something that I didn't see before. In the reference, you can see it too, slightly. The middle finger is the most straightened. This finger is more curved, and that finger is more bent. But the middle finger is not. So I need the index finger to really be intruding on the space outside of the palm, but not jutting out of the palm. It's only intruding on it. It doesn't belong to it. Which means we're going to need more space. Maybe I'll straight line it more. So this middle finger. That ring finger is very obtuse. Very, very obtuse. I'll give them all sort of a slightly downturned final notch in the finger. Art is also about how things are interpreted. It's also about how things are interpreted. I don't want this middle finger to look like a snake, though. It's very important that these are wide enough at the bottom. Yep, looks more like a hand now. And another thing is that the hand, this edge is out further than the rest. So I like this wrist. And I just want to push it a little bit more, especially because he's a child. I'll push it a little bit more. And now, same story for the pinky. Pinky should not be jutting out of the side. It should just be moving into it because it's outstretched. Sort of similar to the index finger, the middle finger, sorry, in terms of shape. So there isn't much bend going on. People don't bend their pinkies that much. I don't know, the rest of the fingers are stretched out. The pinky tends to go completely straight. So yeah, I'm not feeling too great about this bend anymore, actually. And I don't want this to be bent anymore either, like that. It's too much. It just doesn't look right. I can just tell it would be better if it was more straightened. Okay. Starting to look more like a hand. But we got to work on that foreshortening because, yes, it looks like a hand in the right position. I do kind of feel like, though, when I look at the index finger, I'm obsessing over the hand. God damn it. Hands can be really time consuming. They really can. They don't have to be, they're just tubes. But, yeah. Trying to convey that they are sort of leaning away. Can I tell that that's better? Yeah, close enough. I say that, but then I go mess with it some more. Yeah. Well, after struggling with the hand for so long, I'm definitely not going back to that. Oh, not cold anymore. Be using the brush. Save your work. All right. I do like how the boy's hair is sort of like a mini pompadour. I think that's what it's called. It's very nice looking hair. So my idea is that. So let's say his eyes are somewhere like around here. Nose. Big smiley face. Very smiley. I'm sure you're drawing a child and not a monster. Look at this. Yes, of course it's a child. Okay. Oops. Oh, looks like it's time to stop. That's where we got to today. All right. So, um, Let's see. Oops. So we got to put a pause for the cause here. Got to stop. Stopping is difficult. Stopping is difficult. I draw everything realistic, so for me, big eyes is not easy to do because it's so simple that it's hard. But typically eyes are going to make this sort of rooftop shape with a swoop underneath it. And that's what the almond look is, essentially. Is everything, it's just like the mouth. The bottom comes into the upper lid. The mouth, the top part of the mouth is a lid. And the bottom of the mouth goes into it. Question is, how sinister? We don't want them to be sinister. That's why they animate in cartoons to make the eyes so round. Because the more squinty something is, the more sinister it becomes. So we're going to bring these eyes a little closer together. And then the nose is way too high, too low, I mean. He's a child. His nose is going to be a lot higher. Yep. The song sounds crazy as hell. Oh, I hear a jealous doggy. Okay, just count to 100. Size 2. It's good enough for now. Yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll stop here for now.